Hey everyone, Todd here with Agape Pastoral Services. I got a teaching for you today that I want to introduce you to. And I learned this idea here a couple of months ago. A friend of mine and someone with a similar heart and passion for marriage named Pam Hallstrand introduced me to it. And I've absolutely fallen in love with it. And I think it is a fantastic tool to help spark and jumpstart your communication with your spouse. Oftentimes, the further we progress into marriage, it almost seems as though the less and less we have to talk about. We start maybe taking things for granted, and we just kind of lose this connectivity of being able to talk about more than just the weather or what our to-do list might happen to be that evening or the coming weekend. And so I want to talk to you a little bit about something called FANOS. And it's an acronym, and it's spelled F-A-N-O-S, FANOS. We are going to get our FANOS on today. And I want to share my screen with you here quickly, and I want to take just a moment to walk you through it. And then I'm going to make this handout available to you through a link, and you can download it yourself. It's a PDF document, and I would encourage you to spend some time looking it over, go over it with your spouse, and implement this strategy into your marriage relationship as quickly as possible. Because again, this is a fantastic way that makes it simple and easy to connect on a daily basis with your spouse. Now, what I'm asking of you is to take 2 or 3 minutes a day to do this. That's all it takes. And may I emphasize that this is not a time for discussion. This is not a time for resolving conflict or issues that may be present in your marriage, but this is simply a time where you can download your thoughts, feelings, emotions, ideas onto your spouse and onto them in a positive way. Let them inside of you so they can get a quick snapshot of where your head, your mind, your spirit is at on a day in and day out basis. So let's read the definition here. So FANOS, again, it's an acronym. It is a daily check-in process that is easy and very, very structured. The second highlighted portion here, FANOS is an acronym derived from a Greek word meaning to shed light on, and that is exactly what this structured check-in is designed to do. And here's what it does. Each of us is able to then shed light on our inner world, what's going on inside of us, so that our spouse can better learn and know what they need to know about us. That way they can make modifications, they can make adjustments in their daily life to better meet your needs. And so that's just a quick overview of it. Now let's actually go through the acronym here real quickly. So the first letter, F, stands for feelings. In this sit down moment, you're going to take turns. There's instructions in this handout that you can read in more detail, but you're going to take turns sharing these 5 things. So feelings, share an emotion that you experienced today. Use the feelings wheel at first until you get more familiar with the vocabulary. And that's on page 2 of this document. And you're just going to share one feeling, just one word associated with how you feel. I feel sad. I feel mad. I feel frustrated, whatever it might happen to be. No need to explain any further than that. You just want to clue your spouse into where you're at. Affirmations. This is a positive word for your spouse and who they are, so that you can tell them something that you appreciate about them. So find one positive thing. Maybe it was something they did for you. Maybe it was something they did around the house or with your kids or whatever the case might be, but a positive word of affirmation. The third letter stands for needs. Tell your spouse something you need from him or her. This could be a need that you recognized or has maybe been mentioned before that has gone unmet. So express a need. I need you to fill in the blank. The fourth letter is O, that stands for ownership. We all need to take ownership in our marriage relationships. No matter how bad or how good our marriages are, there is some level of ownership, something we have to own up to. And so confess that to your spouse. Hey, I really missed the mark on this, or when I said that, or whatever it might happen to be. Express ownership for something that you have done towards them that was not positive. And then struggles, share your struggles. What are you struggling with? Are you struggling? As you can see here, there's some examples like dieting and eating, exercise, anger, perfectionism, critical heart, whatever it might happen to be. If there is a struggle that you're having personally or towards your spouse, share it. Now, again, I want to remind you, this is not an opportunity to fix, solve, resolve anything. This is simply an opportunity to express what's going on inside of you. And so I need you to consider communicating it in that way. As it says here on page 2, here's some instructions that I want you guys to consider. But one of the instruction ideas here is that if it does pick a scab, if it does raise something that needs to be talked out further, don't do it in this moment. Schedule a time within 12, 24, 36 hours to sit down and discuss it using some of the exercises and tools that I've given you before if you've followed me for any length of time. And if you need help learning how to better communicate with your spouse, please check into scheduling a discovery call with me to learn more about what that might look like. And then lastly here, there's no winning or losing. Guys, we have to lose the attitude and the idea that there has to be a winner and a loser. If you're going into a time like this, or a communication and conflict resolution moment, and you're feeling like you got to win this one, I guarantee you have both lost. And so we can't go about with this I have to win mentality. And then before you start this, one of you just lead in a short prayer, 10 or 15 seconds. That's it. Just pray and invite the Holy Spirit into that moment. And then lastly, I just wanted to give you a quick view of it. Here's that emotions wheel. And you can see that there is a plethora of words that can describe your emotions. And so until you get familiar with these words, consider using this as a way to express yourself. And so anyways, guys, that's all I got for you today. If you want to learn more about this ministry, about Agape Pastoral Services, visit our website. You can see it at the bottom of your screen right now. You can schedule a discovery call to meet with me or Liz. You'll see that right on the home screen. And if your marriage needs growth in this area of communication and conflict resolution, would you please do something about it today? Don't delay. Reach out to us. We would love to discuss it more with you. And so thank you very much for watching this video. Have a fantastic day, and we'll talk to you soon.